Hello everyone, my name is Amber. Welcome back to my channel, Amber Reads Romance. Today I am here with my TBR for August. I probably say this for every TBR video, like I can't believe we're already here, but I honestly can't believe we're already at the end of the summer. It's crazy. So anyways, I am going to be going over all the books, all my reading plans for August. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so I am excited for all these amazing new releases that are coming out in August. It's a stacked month for me. I have a ton of ALCs. I'll probably have more because I constantly am requesting them when Must Love Audio sends them out. So I'll probably even have more later in the month. But I have a lot of ALCs, a good amount of ARCs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about my ARCs, ALCs, our buddy read. We're back with the Immortals After Dark read-along. We took a month break. We're back, so I'll bring up those books, my 12 Rec from 12 Friend book, and then any other other ones I'm going to bring up. So since I have so many ARCs and ALCs, I'll probably not have a lot of my extra books at the end because I'll probably just want to mood read. And I honestly I only have like one historical romance on here, and I need to get back to reading historical. I don't think I read any this month. So, I mean, there's still a few more days. Maybe I'll fit this one in that was on my TBR, but probably not. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started so this isn't a long video. I just filmed my 2-week wrap-up thing for my weekly wrap-up, and it was like an hour long. So let's just do this real quickly. I'm kind of I'm not going to dive into like the whole synopsis for a lot of these because I just didn't take the time to write as much notes as I usually do. And I'm just tired, you guys. I have to go to work tomorrow after a 2-week vacation. So I'm just kind of ugh. But anyways, let's get started. Okay, so what I'm going to start off with are my ARCs. Okay, so for my ARCs, I have Dream On by Jennifer Hartman. Now, I honestly don't know a ton about this. I think it is a fake dating with a celebrity, and I think the heroine might come from a small town. Not positive. I just always request the Jennifer Hartman books, so I'm very excited because I did get it, and they already sent it, so I'm very excited to read that one. That one releases on the 12th. And then I am going to be getting To the Chase by Julia Wolf, which I was really excited because I didn't get the previous book in this series, By the Letter. I actually put that on my TBR for last month, and it's on here again because you'll see, but, I didn't get that arc, and I was like devastated because I had gotten all these other Julia Wolf arcs, so I was not really expecting to get this one, but I did, so I'm very excited. This is the third book in that, I can't remember the series, it's like Mile High Billionaires, I can't remember, but this is the third book, and I don't really know a ton about it. I know it'll be a billionaire, so we'll see. Ouch. Sorry, my toe is hurting right now. Ignore me. Okay, and that one is releasing on the 14th. Then I requested My Mom's Man by Kay Webster. I mean, do I really need to explain what that's about? She's doing these like little taboo novellas. I can't remember what the last one was called, but so I requested this one. That one will be releasing on the 18th. I also requested Sweet Temptation by Bella Matthews. Honestly, didn't check if it had a blurb yet. I don't know if it does. Didn't check anything about it. I just always request Bella Matthews books. So I think it's the start of like her new series. I think it'll still have ties with all like the second generation, I'm assuming. But that one is releasing on the 18th. Then I requested Wicked Ends by Mila Kane. I don't know if I'll get this one because I just requested this pretty recently, so I don't know if I'll for sure get it, but this one is going to be like I think he's a hockey star. I think it's in college, and it's with his female professor teacher. So it'll be a teacher student. I love it when it's the woman teacher, so I definitely wanted to get that one. and that one is releasing on the 20th. And then I got The Gilded Heiress by Joanna Shupe. I was so excited to get this one through NetGalley. I love Joanna Shupe. She's one of my favorite historical romance authors. She's just amazing. So honestly, I didn't even read what this was about. I just requested it. I want to try and get more historical romance arcs. So I'm very excited to get this. And that one is coming out on the 26th. And then the last arc that I have here is Saving the Rain by Elliot Rose. And I'm hoping I get this one. This is I think the final book in that series, you know, where it was like Chasing the Wild, like those ones were really like my favorite. This is going to be an MM stepbrother. You know, he's like a rodeo star type of thing. We are getting kind of like the redemption arc of that character. That was like, because in the book that I originally read, it was like boyfriend's dad, ex-boyfriend's dad. This is going to be the loser boyfriend. You know, he's been redeeming himself in each of the books, and now we're getting to his romance. So very exciting. I hope I get this one because I've really been loving this series. And that release is on the 26th as well. Okay, so now on to my ALCs, and there are a bunch. Okay. So the first one I requested here is Make Me Yours by Jennifer Suzevic. I don't know if I'm saying her last name right. I've never listened to or read this author before, so I'm interested. This is like, it says, Make Me Yours is a swoony, boy-obsessed, friends-to-lovers, steamy romance with close proximity, undeniable tension, and a hero who has always been all in. It's the first book in the Chicago Railers series and can be read as a standalone. Sorry, I'm looking down at my notes here just so you know. So I honestly, again, I didn't get full descriptions of everything that these are about, so look it up if you're interested. But that one, I believe, comes out on the 1st, if I have that right. Then I already got this one, which is Beyond the Stroke by Aaron Hawkins. This is an age gap, marriage of convenience, a golden retriever, black cat heroine type of thing. So don't know much about it, but I requested that one, and that one's coming out on the 4th. Axe Backwards, which I'll bring up right now, is actually going to be our buddy read. So Axe Backwards by Daphne Elliott. That book is already out, like the ebook or book, but I actually got the ALC, so that is coming out. The ALC is coming out on the 11th, or the audiobook, I mean. But we decided to choose that one for our buddy read, which will be on my channel, and I believe we are doing it on the 31st. If I'm remembering correctly. I will be posting stuff about that soon. But basically, this is kind of like that Lumberjack series. They have the really cute little covers. I listened to the last 2 books in the series, and I really enjoyed them. I think they're very cute. This one is a lumberjack firefighter, and he's a single dad with a cute baby. It says, if you enjoy single dads, fake dating, small town shenanigans, lumberjack competitions, and baby sign language, you will not be disappointed. So hope you guys join us for our buddy read. That one should be really cute. I'm excited for that. And then I have Unbreakable Love by Stacey Lynn. I just requested this. Not sure if I'm going to get it. But this one is a single dad and then like his daughter's teacher kind of thing. Small town. That releases on the 12th. Then I requested The Rejected Wife. This is by Elle Steele. I've actually never read Elle Steele. You'll see I do this a lot with audiobooks. I try to grab ones of authors I've never read before. And this is a nanny single dad. And I was like, say less. I love nanny single dad. Marriage of convenience, grumpy CEO, sunshine nanny, that type of thing. I don't have a release date. It says mid-August. And this might just be for the audio because I requested the audio with Must Love Audio. So I don't know if the book's already out or not. Then, which is perfect, is I was actually planning on reading this after we read So Jacob, oh my God, I keep forgetting how to pronounce her last name. But anyways, we read her book for one of our buddy reads, and we were talking about her books, and this one came up, and it was Birthday Boy. I mean, this cover. It's classic. And it actually came up for an audiobook for Must Love Audio. So I signed up for that one. And that one, the book's already out, but the audiobook I believe is releasing on the 21st. Then there's Rookie Season by Leah Brunner and Kate Bailey. This is a roommate's hockey romance. And that releases on the 21st. Sorry guys, I'm going through these really quickly, but like I didn't really look up a bunch about it, but anyways, here we go. And then I have Wrath of an Exile by Monty J. This is a foster brother romance, so you know I was on board for that. And that one is releasing on the 26th. And then we have Chasing Forever by Piper Rain. I love Piper Rain. I really fell in love with them reading the hockey series, and I've just been really enjoying their other small town ones. I didn't read any of the other books in this series, but I think it should be fine, and maybe I could go back and read other ones in this series. But this one, let me see, it says a Vegas getaway until I woke up married to my ex-fiance's brother. So that should be interesting. And then that one releases on the 26th. Then, like I said, By the Letter. So By the Letter, I didn't get that arc. And then now Julia Wolf is coming out with the audiobook and it's releasing this month. So I did have that on my TBR this last month because I wanted to read it before this new book that's releasing this month came out. But I didn't have time. And so I'm thinking it's perfect. I'll just listen to the audiobook and I hope I get it because Valentine PR is doing the ALCs. So this one is releasing on the 26th. The audiobook is. And then I requested Marchioness Overnight by Emmy West. This is a historical romance and it was Must Love Audio, and so I immediately requested it because I do want to get, whenever they have any type of historical romance, I want to request those. So honestly, don't know anything about it, but I requested that one. And I believe that audiobook is coming out on the 28th. Okay, so my final one, at least so far, is Nicola by Eva Winters. This is, I think it's Mafia, but it sounds like it's a girl that's like obsessed with the guy when I was finally reading the blurb, and I'm not always really into that. So I hope I like it. But that one is coming out on the 29th. Okay, so I already brought up the buddy read. So again, that's going to be Acts Backwards. So make sure you check that out if you want to join us. And then now on to my Immortals After Dark read along. The two books that I'm going to be reading in August is going to be Shadow's Claim. And I honestly don't know who these characters are because it's like kind of like the first book in the Dacians, which I think are related to Lothair, like the other part of his race, what his mother was. I'm thinking, I might be completely wrong about that. But it's with Trehan Daciano. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Or Daciano. And he's the Prince of Shadows. And then it's with Bettina. Don't know anything about it, so it should be interesting. And then we have McCreeve. And this is going to be William McCreeve and Chloe Todd. So those are the two books that I'm going to be doing. I want to hopefully get somebody to join me for the live show again. So I don't know when that'll be. Probably more towards the end of the month to give you guys time to read both those books. But that'll be coming. I'll have that announcement soon. And then for my 12 recs from 12 friends, I have Ace by Harley Diamond. I've never read this author before, but it is a MC romance. And so I want to read more MC romance. So excited to try this new to me author and see if I like it. And then I am vlogging all my 12 recs from 12 friends. So that'll be coming too. Okay, so those are all like the main stuff that I have to get to. Some additional audiobooks that I do want to get to. Hopefully I have time because a bunch of my holds with Libby all of a sudden came through all at once. And I had to like let two of them go because I didn't have time for them this month. But some that I already have on there that I really want to get to are Where We Bloom by Kristen Proby. I just read the 3rd book in this series and I loved it. Never read her before. And so I want to listen to the 1st book. So that's what this is. And then The Pucking Wrong Date by C.R. Jane. I have needed to get back to this series forever. So I'm really excited that I got the audio so I can listen to that one. And then I also got No Pucking Way by C.R. Jane. So need to get to that. I still need to continue with the Deliver series. So I really want to read Devastate by Pam Godwin. I purposely had to read like the Tangled Lies trilogy first because the guy that she doesn't pick, that's a love triangle series, he ends up, the guy she doesn't pick gets his happily ever after, or I don't know how happy it is because it's really dark romance, but in the Deliver series, and that's kind of in Devastate. So I had to like stop so I could read that series. So I need to get back to it and listen to Devastate because I bought like all the audiobooks way back. And then I have Consider Me by Becca Mack. That was like, I wanted to try Becca Mack this year. I haven't read her, and I think this is still available on Audible Plus. So I want to get it before it goes away. So those are like the main ones that I have. I'll probably have some things that I didn't read from August. I mean, July will go into the August TBR maybe, because I don't think I'm going to get to Taken by the Horde King, or Torment by Dylan Page, which is on my like books that I need to read this year goals. So need to get to those. But I also want to read The Front Runner by Elsie Silver. I'm trying to read the Gold Rush Ranch series and read that entire series. And then Forbidden King by Laura Pavlov. I'm having Jen annotate that entire series. And I only read the last, I think it was the last 2 books in the series. So it'll be exciting to finally read this one. So that's kind of like all I have really for the TBR, even though it's a lot because it's mostly ARCs and ALCs, because I want to give myself some room to maybe like just mood read and hopefully fit some historical romances in here, because I really lacked on reading the historical romance recently. So I need to get back to it. So I have stacks of historical romances around the house that I need to get to. So hopefully I'll do that with some mood reading. Hopefully. But anyways, I really wanted to make this video quick. Sorry, it's kind of rushed, but I just filmed an hour-long video, so I'm kind of tired and ready to relax before going back to work. So let me know what you're excited for August. If you're reading any of these books, you know, let me know what you're feeling. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, and comment down below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.